Tomac fans will be pleased to know that that third place is significantly closer to...
He's got the weight of a country, all expecting him to come out and battle Herlings and Cairoli, so I was just happy to see him back on form.
In the grid position for the qualifying race, Jeffrey Herlings was 2:07, and Tomac was 13. Get ready to go racing here. MXGP race 1 is go, and away we go, charging down the line. And it's going to be close to that box hole shot. I think it was Tomac, but up the inside it's a 12 of to the outside in 5th, and then we've got actually Jasikonis, so it's Strybos who stalled. Cairoli up the inside. Where's Herlings race? So this is what the American fans want to see. This is what we want to see as neutrals, is Tomac up front. Can he check out? Not quite, but still feeling his way around this track, because this circuit has been changing and evolving all the time, hasn't it, for these guys?
Well, he's going to be keenly aware that Herlings is back there as well. He probably doesn't know what position he's in, but he's going to try to track a Barsha, and he's chasing down Noggle.
Well, he's up in 4th position at the moment, but obviously when we talk, no matter what, that gap stays 101. Going in Hassan, there'll be 100 points on the table. A little more difficult here this weekend, we don't know, but there's Cairoli going past his circuit there, and there's somebody else down there. Well, there's Barsha going through, that's DeSalle. 6, that is a pretty decent lap for Eli Tomac. 1.1 seconds down, Commander Salin does go through. So all of a sudden, DeSalle out of 4, that's there's things 2:07.8, those two in traffic. But DeSalle getting hung up on that turn, that means that as well. So, but here's Jeffrey Herlings and Tony Cairoli. Nervous look over the shoulder then from Cairoli. Jeffrey Herlings goes 1-1 at the next 2 rounds. This is all hypothetical, of course.
Sure.
Then the 2:04.1, that is another fastest lap of the race for Eli Tomac on the Monster Energy Kawasaki. 22 to go. Prevent Cairoli being crowned world champion for a 9th time, and that deep left-hander there. How difficult it is, or how easy it is to make a mistake, Jason Thomas.
Yeah, Eli puts in his best lap of the race.
Clear track ahead of him now, looks over his shoulder. Cairoli won't let Herlings off the hook here. So 21 minutes of...
Well, the interesting thing, though, is he's got 12 seconds to make up. If this was Indiana, 12 seconds was nothing. That was only a few
out on his own in the track. Herlings at 2:03.6. Well, he was coming through traffic and trying to find his way back. They're closing that gap down now, though, so this is a big gap that's coming down in favour of Jeffrey Herlings. Picks the pace back up, though, as it goes wide and tight, as opposed to tight and wide. But Herlings there...
Guys have no patience. You know, for Tony, he wants to stay with Jeffrey. He's such a brilliant rider. He's learning everything that Jeffrey's doing.
Forced him into braking a little bit earlier than he wanted to. Back marker in the way of Herlings, but he dives down the inside. There's guys to launch it over there. Yeah, he quads his way. Yeah, beautifully done there from Herlings. He's up into 2nd. Potentially what Herlings and Tomac are made of, Jason Thomas. Wouldn't you agree?
This is go time here. If he starts dropping the lap times, we're going to be in for a fight here before we know it.
On there, you know, a weekend doesn't make a championship.
No, it doesn't.
And we all know that.
Sure.
Tomac was quicker than Jeffrey Herlings that time around, 2:04.5, 2:05.4 by 9/10.
You start to reel a rider in, you start to gain momentum, and look at Cairoli making a move.
That was a smooth transition. Eli Tomac, the Monster Energy Kawasaki, back end just getting a little bit out of shape. Jason Thomas, he's definitely got him dialed, hasn't he? And he's come here, all guns are blazing. So Paulin facing in the wrong direction, so hoping that... wow, that's that huge tabletop. Whoa! He is...
We can saw Herlings chasing down Marvin Muscan, so he knew what Jeffrey was capable of. So I think at the
GP race 1, the Monster Energy finish line awaits, and that is a big win for Eli Tomac, and all business is resumed as he... But look, he's struggling with the heat. So too will Antonio Cairoli, but for now, Jeffrey Herlings manages to steal 2-99. Championship still on, folks. But congratulations.
I realize after last weekend and this weekend, there we see Eli, obviously very hot. You know,
that was tough. The heat and the humidity is by far the toughest condition right now. We really needed that from our earlier runs and sessions there. I was struggling quite a bit, so hopefully we can go out there and do battle in Moto 2.
Good luck for the 2nd race. Thank you.
Thank you. Ahead of the Red Bull KTM's Jeffrey Herlings and Tony Cairoli. The HRC Honda of Geiser was the 17th round of the FIA Motocross World Championship, the Monster Energy MXGP of the USA. Tomac has got himself a little bit of breathing space there over the gate, so no one to his right. Was that strong? DeSalle, I'll tell you what, Herlings is there in 4th. Geiser out to the outside.
I tell you what, Tony right now is going for it. Oh, wow. Big pile.
And this comes down to being smart in the first race, doesn't it? Because he finished quite a way down on to chase Tomac or Jeffrey Herlings. I will save myself a little bit of energy for race 2 because, you know.
So, as long as he finishes in front of Herlings here in this 2nd moto, he will win the championship. Let up. You know, they're teammates, but at the end of the day, they want to win.
Tell you what, got to check Paul Ann here, Rockstar Energy. That's
That we used to in America. Whoa, somebody on the track.
wow, that's not loud. You can understand, you know, the temptation to get out there and support your man. Oh, nicely done. Simultaneous scrubbing over the top of Monster Energy Mountain. Herlings has the inside line.
He just used it.
Now we've got the two Red Bull KTMs, Tony Cairoli and Jeffrey Herlings, and put both of them in a pressure cooker situation in a heat. You know, in a heat phase. He's been hanging out at Malcolm Stewart's place. He raced last week in Indiana, which was considerably cooler. But look at this. Yeah, he pre-jumped nicely over the top of the hill, but jumps long, which is the only option.
Being down here in Florida, it's warm today, so it's going to be interesting to see too which riders conserved a little bit of energy.
But definitely making it difficult for the number 3 of Tomac, just like he did Jeffrey Herlings. Very difficult, but he's down the inside. Paul Ann knows is there. Inside here, past pit lane.
Put his bike right in front of him. That's all he had to do, and he's got the inside. That's fair race. 3-1 versus Tomac's 1-3.
Yeah, and he was also in danger of these two getting too far away from him. Exactly why he's been a former runner-up and former Grand Prix winner in MXGP, of course, over the years. There has to be.
There's still a lot of racing to go. 22 minutes plus 2 laps. You know, they got to be consistent.
Herlings would be on 44, and Cairoli leading the weight at the moment. Herlings second, and Tomac just starting to fade off the pace.
Down. I mean, Eli.
Is it the day two? Is it the day 2 scenario compared to the just the 1 day thing? He put a lot more into it than we thought in race 1.
It's possible, and like I was saying, you have to conserve a little bit of energy. This heat is gnarly, and being here in Florida, it takes its toll on you. I mean, it's plain as can be on the lap times right here. He's doing 2:05, 2:06s, and the leaders are doing 2:03.
What a great way. I know it's 17 minutes plus 2 laps to go, but what a great way for Tony Cairoli to win. Herlings, actually, I think it was when I looked up.
Herlings.
A little bit of leg swag there from the Bullet.
I think Herlings is taking the lead. Something has happened to Cairoli.
In the bottom corner.
Oh, he all by himself.
Yeah. He's applying the pressure. You know, like Marvin Muscan fell when Herlings was into second. The last run of this season, 6 races in 7 weeks. You know, we had Justin Barsha just getting lapped there a moment ago on the Auto Trader JGR Suzuki. Had a hard weekend here, but
behind Herlings, and that's you know, it's part of racing. But you got to get it up to Herlings, man. He rode great this morning.
He takes his 4th Grand Prix win of the season, his 2nd career victory in the US. Waits for that night title, goes on for another week at least. Plays second fiddle to the 2 KTMs of Herlings and Cairoli in this 2nd race. It was a tough day at the office. Grand Prix is going to be Herlings, Tomac and Cairoli. Just edging out Eli Tomac, but 3rd overall, okay, maybe just that little bit easier, but Eli Tomac, 2nd overall, Monster Energy Kawasaki. They wanted to see Jeffrey Herlings did what he wanted to do, is win here at home, not beat just the Netherlands, and guess what? Next stop is his home race at Assen in a week's time.
Yeah, you know, I was still feeling good, you know, at that point, you know, I think it was like 5 or 6 minutes to go or something, and at the end of the motor, and then I want to attack, you know, I didn't want to attack early, and then he could fight back, so put a nice gap, went 2-1 for the overall, obviously. First motor had a bad start, but still came back the second, but I'm happy, man, super happy.
Great job. Congratulations, Jeffrey.
Yeah, really happy for the way things ended up today. You know, to be honest, we were struggling yesterday and went into Moto 1 and you know, was just trying to get a hole shot, went out there and did it. Good. Moto 2 came around and to be honest, I was a little bit surprised by those guys' pace early on. They were laying it down and they got away from me. I got out of touch and overall good day. Thank you, Monster Energy Kawasaki. It was a tough fight.
Great job. Thank you, Eli.